All right, Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto our apostles, as well as the men that taught them, the elder high priests, as well as the elder bishops and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Abadia from the GMS Houston camp. And I have a scripture to go into real quick. And this is supposed to be our mindset, which mindset transitions into your walk. You know, your walk on this earth. You know, while we're here, we're not supposed to be caught up into this world. You know, let's read this verse. Philippians 3:14. It says, "This is out of the mouth of Paul, the apostle Paul. Excuse me. All right, to the Israelites that believed in Philippi." Okay, Philippians 3:14, it says, "I press toward the mark." And what does Romans 15:4 say? Let me get that real quick and I'll go back. All right. Romans 15:4, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope." Okay? So the scriptures are here to teach us, all right, the different accounts of our forefathers preaching this word, and the prophets, prophesying, all right? And then the mindset, you read about, let's deal with the Apostle Paul. He gives us a lot of his epistles, and you read them. Well, excuse me, in the Apostle Paul's epistles, it does give you a mindset where your mind is supposed to be at, and wherever your mind is, that's where your actions, that's how you're going to move. If your mind is on money, you're going to be, you're going to be caught up in chasing money. If your mind is in the women, if your mind, and that's really of this world, being in the wild, caught up on what, trying to get women and money, having your name, having a name for yourself, things like that. Okay. Romans 15:4 again, it says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." So, we're supposed to read the scriptures. We know these different accounts, these breakdowns. All right. And it's supposed to help us get through the suffering, give us comfort. Okay. And hope, help build our faith up. Let's go back to Philippians 3:14. It says, "I press toward the mark." Now, I want to first look up this word mark, and then I'm going to go back and look up the word press. Okay.
Strong's G 4649. Skapas.
So this is for the word mark in Philippians 3:14. It says, check that out. An observer, a watchman, the distant mark looked at, the goal. You see? Yes, because we're watching for what the last prophecies to be fulfilled. Okay, that salvation may come course, humiliation before honor, right? Meaning we're gonna have to go through all kind of hell, and we're going through it now, and it's gonna get worse. You know, before Yahweh Shai crack the clouds and deliver the elect, it says the goal or end one has in view. See, it's a mindset. So the goal is, the kingdom to be the first fruits or be of the first dominion. You can say it either way according to the scriptures. Okay, meaning we don't want to be destroyed on this side. All right, we want to be delivered. Okay, we're pressing towards salvation. Salvation means we get the kingdom. Meaning us ruling us Israelites, starting with the elect, ruling this planet Earth in righteousness. Okay, so we're looking for the end of this man's society and the establishing of the kingdom of heaven. Okay, on Earth. That's the goal, to get new bodies, because that's all what comes with salvation and the kingdom. New bodies, being an immortal being, you know, and then receiving all the blessings, or the promise. When through the promise we'll be blessed, you know, we'll be showered with blessings continually. All right. So that's for the word mark. Goal, we can just say goal. And then when you go to the word press.
Strong's G 1377. Dioko. Dioko.
So we're supposed to be pressing toward a goal, right? The goal is to make it to the kingdom, to be saved so that we can be a part of establishing the kingdom of heaven on this planet Earth. So it says to run, flee, put to flight, drive away, to run swiftly in order to catch a person or thing to run after, to press on figuratively of one who is in a race, run swiftly to reach the goal. And the scriptures tell us through the Apostle Paul that we're in a race. We all run. Let me see. We all right. Should we pull up? There we go. 1 Corinthians 9 and 24. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all?" Yeah, because we're in a race. We're not racing against each other. Okay, doing the work of this ministry. Okay, and rehearsing the righteous acts. All right, going through that straight gate is the race. We have to finish the race. This being this truth and believing in this truth unto the end. That's the race, and you got to work. You know, that's the race. We're in the time of working and breaking these scriptures down, doing these lessons. So we are running in a race. So we gotta have a mindset like we're in a race. Okay? And then we're trying to, it says, but one receiveth the prize. So we gotta have the mindset as if we're in a race. We're not competing against each other, all right? But we have to have the mindset that we're trying to win the race. If you're trying to win the race, you're going hard. That's why it says, so run that ye may obtain. And it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. This race is a marathon. It's not something you come in six months and then that's a year or 2 years. You know, it could be that for the ones that come in at the latter part of this ministry. You know, but all in all, it's a race. It's not a short race. It's not a sprint. You gotta pace yourself, but towards the end of the race, and we're at the end of the race. You see, you gotta push. You gotta give it all you got. Even in a marathon, at the very end, you drain your tank. You drain it on. You put it on yourself on E and go all out to win the race. You know, and finishing our course. Striving on for the truth unto death. All right, enduring unto the end. And if that happens, which it will happen for the elect, okay, Lord willing, we're of that number. When we make it to that point, we've finished the race. Okay, so let's go back. I'm gonna end the video right here, reading the rest of Philippians 3 and 14. It says, "I press toward the mark for the prize." See, what is the prize? The kingdom. You know, the salvation blessings. Salvation, the kingdom, and which means we're gonna receive or be showered with blessings. We're gonna receive the promise. Okay, we're gonna get our land back, new bodies. You know, it says, "I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh in Mashiach Yahweh Shai." So we're not supposed to be, showing face through our action that we're about this world, trying to build in this society, you know, being on podcast and pretty much doing anything that's not scriptural, what we're supposed to be doing as teachers, prophets. Okay, our mindset is to do this work so we can get to the race. We got to treat it that way. Okay, and we at the end, we got to give it all we got. So now that means just high powered teaching, and rehearsing the right acts to the best of our ability, right, until we get the hell up out of here. So, Lord willing, this video was edifying, and until the next one, I say shalom.